In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a DJ mix between two tracks that gets comments like this. Whoa, incredible, caught me out of breath. This is my kind of mixing. That was an amazing mix, respect man. And when I was doing this DJ mix live, it also made someone in the crowd scream when I brought the next track in. So if you want to know what this DJ mix is and how you can do it yourself, well stick around and I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is a short form video that I uploaded around 3 weeks ago of me doing this exact transition, and you can see the comments over here on the side that I've just read out. So first, let's have a watch and listen to this mix, and then I'm going to show you exactly how you can do it. Alright, so that's the mix, and now let me show you exactly how to do it. So on the left hand side, we need the track Without Me by Eminem, and we need the track Billie Jean by Michael Jackson on the right hand side. These are both the original versions of these tracks, so they should be fairly easier for you to get hold of. So the track on the left hand side, Without Me, will be playing first, and we're going to mix out of this track over into the track on the right hand side, Billie Jean. So what we need to do first is just find out where our mix out points are on the track Without Me. And generally what I like to do is mix out at the end of a chorus just before the track goes into the next verse, because the audience naturally expect to change at this point in the track, and I just find it's the easiest place to mix out of a track. So what we need to do is just find where the chorus is on the track Without Me. So let's have a listen. I think it's around here. Alright, yeah, so what a guess. That is the start of the chorus, so I need to find the end of the chorus where it transitions into the next verse.
So everybody, just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy, 'cause it feels so empty without me. Little aliens, kids feeling rebellious.
Alright, so it's just there at that point. I'm going to wind the track back, and it's exactly at this point here where I want to transition over into the next track, and that will sound the most natural to the audience and keep the momentum going a little bit more. So I'm going to set a hot cue just here, just to remind me that this is the point to mix out. I like to set my mix out points as blue, so I'm going to change that to blue. And what I'm going to do here now is set a timing hot cue, 32 beats before this point, just to let me know that it's 32 beats before I need to mix out, and it gives me a window for me to mix the next track in. So from here where it says hot cue, I'm going to drop this down to beat jump, and this is the beat jump settings. You can also access this on your performance pads on most DJ controllers, and I'm just going to use beat jump to jump back 32 beats. And then go back to hot cue and just set a hot cue here, and this is going to be my timing hot cue. So when it gets to hot cue C, I will know to start mixing the next track in and be mixed out of this track by hot cue D. So it gives me 32 beats to do my transition. When mixing out of this track, I'm also just going to put a little bit of echo as well at the end, so it'll sound like this, and it'll transition nicely over to the next track. So you can hear it there just tailing off, and it'll trickle nicely into the next track. What you might have noticed as well is that hot cue C, the first hot cue, is also the start of the chorus. So I'll have a listen to this.
This is about to get heavy. I just settled all my lawsuits. You did it. Now this looks like a job for me.
So what I'm going to do here, just to remind myself, is just leave a couple of notes on these hot cues. So if you just secondary click or right click the hot cue, you can also add a comment. So from here, I'm just going to put start of chorus. And then on this one, I'm just going to put end of chorus. So these are just little reminders for me so I know what these hot cues mean and at what point in the track they are. Alright, so now we know when we should be mixing out of the track Without Me. We're going to take a look at the start of the track Billie Jean and how we're going to mix this track in. Now the start of the track Billie Jean is quite unique and has a very interesting structure. It doesn't have a normal structure that you'll find in most tracks, so I'm going to quickly just go over the start of the track now so you understand it. The first 8 beats of the track just consists of drums, and then we have a bass line that comes in for 32 beats, then we have a melody that comes in for 16 beats, and then the vocal comes in and it goes fully into the track. So I'll have a listen to the start of the track here, and I'm going to set hot cues just so you can see these points in the track and have a listen as well. Let's set a hot cue at the start as a reference point, and then let's press play. So you can hear there we've just got drums at the start, and then the bass line comes in at hot cue B. Now this lasts for 32 beats now. And then after them 32 beats, you'll hear the melody come in, just here. And then 16 beats after that, you'll hear the vocal comes in. So as you can hear the different elements and sounds in the track slowly get added, but at different increments and at different structures. So what I'm going to do here, again, is leave notes on this track just so you can see it. At hot cue A, we have 8 beats of drums. So I'm just going to put drums 8, and then at hot cue B, we have the bass line come in. So I'm just going to name this bass 32 because that lasts for 32 beats. And then at hot cue C, the melody comes in. And that lasts for 16 beats. Then at hot cue D, the vocals come in. Now you don't have to do this, what I'm doing now, to your track. I'm just showing you the different parts of the track so you understand how I'm going to mix it in a minute. Later in the video, I will show you my preferred method of mixing and how I set my hot cues, and you can copy that. So because it has a unique structure and all these different points where the different sounds come in, there's multiple different ways that we can mix this track in. So what I'm going to do is show you 3 different ways that you can mix this track in, and then I'll explain my preferred method and why I use that to DJ in the clubs and in the video that you've just watched. So the first option is we can set an 8-beat loop over these drums, just like this. So when it goes to the end of the loop, it starts again. And then when hot cue B gets to hot cue D at the end of the chorus on Without Me, I can exit the loop and it goes into the bass line. That will sound something like this. Set an 8-beat loop, make sure it lines up. Now that's a nice way to mix it, and it will work when DJing live. That bass line coming in was very recognisable and should get a reaction from the audience. But it can take a little bit of a while to get going. Alright, so our second option is to mix over the bass line. So instead of mixing into the bass line of Billie Jean, we're going to use between hot cue B and hot cue C, so them 32 beats of bass line, to mix the track in. Then when it gets to hot cue D on the track Without Me, and we're mixing out, it's going to go into the melody at hot cue C on Billie Jean. And that will sound like this.
Come on your lips, jump back, jiggle a hip and wiggle a bit and get ready, cause this is about to get heavy. I just settled all my lawsuits. You did it. Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
Alright, so for me that one sounded a little bit better and keeps momentum going a bit more if I was to DJ that live. But we also have a third option, and that is to time it so that when we mix out of the track Without Me at hot cue D, it then goes into the vocal of the track Billie Jean. So we'll be using the bass line and the melody to mix in over the top of Without Me. And we can also use stems here just to make it a little bit cleaner, so that when the melody comes in on Billie Jean, just at this point, we don't have any instruments or drums on the track Without Me, and it would just be the vocal. So that will sound like this.
It feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody
So it'd just be the vocals with the bass line and melody of the track Billie Jean. So let's have a listen to that mix and see how it sounds. Now I do have my stems set up on my EQ dials. Instead of the mid EQ controlling the mids, this actually controls the drums. And the high dial, instead of that controlling the high frequencies, it actually controls the instruments. So now if I play this track on the left,
come on your lips, jump back,
and then turn down the mids, it actually gets rid of the drums. And if I turn down the highs, it gets rid of the instruments, leaving just the vocals. If you do want to know how to set up your stems on your EQ dials, I will put a link in the description to the video, and also I'll put it up on a card just here in the video so you can watch that next if you want to. Now, to time this correctly, what I'm going to do is just delete these hot cues. All right, so we don't need these. What we need is hot cue D, where it goes into the vocal. Then to make sure that this times correctly with the track without me, I need to also beat jump back 32 beats from this point. So go to beat jump back 32 beats, and then go back to hot cue and set hot cue C. So now all I need to do is match up the hot cues for perfect timing. And that will sound like this.
Jump back, jiggle a hip and wiggle a bit and get ready, 'cause this is about to get heavy. I just settled all my lawsuits. You did it. Now this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy, 'cause it feels so empty without me. I said this looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, 'cause we need a little controversy, 'cause it feels so empty without me. She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said don't mind, but what do you mean?
And that third option just there that I showed you then is the option that I use and the way that I mix the tracks together in the video you watched at the start, and how I would prefer to mix this track in. The reason for this is because I just feel it keeps the momentum going a little bit more on the dance floor and with the audience, and you also get that unique sound of having the vocals of the track without me over the top of the instruments and the melody of the track Billie Jean, which creates a unique sound, kind of like a mashup style mix. This style of mixing is something that I call momentum mixing, and it is something that I focus a lot on in my online DJ courses. It's basically a way of mixing your tracks together to optimize for trying to keep the momentum going on the dance floor and to avoid any flat parts in your DJ sets that might lose the energy. It is a concept that I have come up with myself throughout my 15 years of professional DJing that's worked for me over the years, and I still use to this day in my live DJ sets. If you want to learn how to do momentum mixing and incorporate that style of DJing into your DJ sets, then you can check out my online DJ course in the link below this video. So that is how you can mix these two tracks together. But before I do any of my DJ sets, there are 4 things that I do to every single one of my tracks before I DJ with them live. And if you want to know what them 4 things are, you can check it out in this video right here, where I'll show you the 4 things that I do to every single track before I DJ with them. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again in the future. Bye for now.